Hey, this is Basketball Talk 77, and today's video is part 2 of the East first round. Now in today's video, we're going to be doing 2 matchups in the Eastern Conference for the first round. Now I know that the first games have happened, however, I'm going to preserve, or at least I'm going to try to preserve, the matchups that I was going to make before any of the games happen. And of course, there's no way to know if I'm actually giving you those matchups, but of course, it'd be better if I had done it before the playoffs, but it's pretty early in all of these series. Early enough that anything could happen from here, so there's still credibility in this video. So, it doesn't need much more of an intro. So far, this is the bracket that we've done so far in our 2 matchups. The Bucks and Heat won their matchups and went to the second round. And if you'd like to know why I made those choices, tune in to my first playoff predictions for the East first round. So part 1. Anyway, let's just start off with my first prediction for this video: Philadelphia 76ers against Boston Celtics. Now, I'm calling this Celtics in 7, and here's why. Ben Simmons is out, and that hurts and helps the 76ers. You see, it helps them because now it's clear who's in charge of the offense. Now we know it's Joel Embiid's team. But Ben Simmons does a lot more than just scoring, because not only is he the primary ball handler, maybe not the primary ball handler, but he is one of the ball handlers for the 76ers. And he is in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. And he does an exceptional job guarding wing defenders. And the Celtics team is just a huge amount of wing offensive players. You got Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker. So many wing players that have offensive game, and Ben Simmons will be sorely missed for defending all those wing players, because Joel Embiid, he's fine with rim protection, but no big man, even if they're Defensive Player of the Year, almost no big man can keep up with guards on the wings and the perimeters. So it's just that they're gonna be hard pressed, the Sixers, to stop the Celtics wing defenders. And Ben Simmons would have made that easier. And so they're losing part of that, and also the fact that Joel Embiid isn't always the greatest player in the playoffs. I wouldn't call him a choker, but he definitely isn't one of the people whose stats go up in the playoffs. And I just think that he might have trouble, and he might not be aggressive enough, because sometimes he becomes passive. However, why do I think it's going to go to 7? Because Joel Embiid is going to have a heyday every game. Daniel Tice is good, but he can't stop Joel Embiid. Marcus Smart is good, but he can't stop Joel Embiid. And he's going to have great games. Not to mention that, as we just saw in that game 1 of this series, other people can step up for the Sixers. And it's not going to be as easy as the Celtics think. However, I still don't think that the Sixers can overcome that. And I think it'll be Celtics in 7. That brings us to our next matchup for this video. And that is Raptors-Nets. And again, the game 1 already happened, but it happened just as I thought it would. And my prediction stands true. And that is the prediction that the Raptors will beat the Nets in 5 games. Now, this is the Nets, a pretty good defensive team. But what's really missing for them right now is their offense. you have Kevin Durant out and Kyrie Irving out and Spencer Dinwiddie out. All those good offensive players out. However, Caris LeVert has been phenomenal in the bubble. I heard he averaged something like 25 points in the seeding games, the 8 games in the bubble. But he is going against the best, if you take after average opposing points per game, the best defensive team in the league. I mean, and so not only do the Nets not have that much defense, they also have to go against the best defensive team in the league for one kind of standard. And so the Raptors are going to be able to completely focus on Caris LeVert, and with him not having to carry a full offensive load for that long in his career, he's a great player, but has Caris LeVert really ever carried an offense on his back against a good defensive team in the playoffs by himself before? I mean, he's had his moments, but I think he's not ready yet to just carry the offense with them targeting him. And I think the Raptors will do everything they can to stop him from scoring. And after they stop Caris LeVert from scoring, I mean, there's Jared Allen, Joe Harris, but like, once you stop Caris LeVert, it's gonna be hard for the Nets to score. And then you have pretty good offensive team in the Raptors, and the Raptors, all they'll have to do is score a little bit, and their defense will destroy the Nets. And that'll be that. I don't think it'll be close. It may be entertaining, but I don't think it'll be a very close series, and I think it'll be Raptors in 5. So that's the video, guys. If you liked it, give it a like. And if you'd like to see more of this, subscribe and turn on notifications, because West First Round will be coming out soon. And after that, we'll be seeing, of course, everything, all the series after that for these playoffs in the second round. And of course, if you haven't heard, there'll be a point system to see how much I mess up with my playoff predictions. And you could even follow along yourself and see if you can get a higher score than me. And I'm guessing some of you can. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave in the comments any problems with it. And like, subscribe, and see you next time.